So tomorrow is my 1 year wedding anniversary, and I want to show you guys what I learned over the past 2 years. So 2 years ago, I thought I was doing so well for myself. I was 29, I had over £100,000 invested, and I was working at one of the best universities in the entire world. I just thought my life was great, and my one mission was to, retire early, save up at least £600,000, put it into investments, and, live off that, the 4% rule, whatever. However, as you know, you really can't project your life as with investments, and things do happen. I met my wife about 2 years ago and things changed quite rapidly. And in my 1 year of marriage, things were extremely, extremely expensive, more than I had, initially thought was possible. I probably spent well over £50,000 in that 1 year. Life just happens. A lot of stuff does happen that is, unpredictable. Over those years, before I actually met my wife, I was so heavily into just investing everything I made, and any single penny I thought was wasted that I did not invest until I met my wife, of course. And I have a really bad, habit of thinking, what if I put that into investments? My net worth would be over £200,000. I know my wife is watching this. You see, if push came to shove, I would sell all of my investments for the sake of my wife, and that is not even a contest. And the bad habit is to think about what I could have had, when instead I should look at what's in front of me, a loving wife and someone who completely supports me, in every way apart from financial, because I believe that I am the only one who's going to be supporting financially. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, this very corny video, is that, some things are way more important than money. You might have goals for yourself, but, life happens and you might be set back, but don't ever think for 1 second that you are not doing the right thing. Over the past year, I might have spent a whole lot, probably £60,000, whatever it is. But however, I also earned the most I've ever earned, over £130,000, which is actually crazy to think. I never made anywhere close to that. One thing I did start doing is to actually pray and be more grateful, and also give more to charity. And I completely believe that that has been, one of the reasons as to why I've been more financially successful. Anyway, if you would like a free fractional share on Trading 212 worth up to £100, all you have to do is to go into the promo code section of the Trading 212 app and just enter my code JUBAIR.